Good afternoon to you, my dear brothers and sisters. Today is a Friday, not taking meat after here. And those who have taken it in the morning, sorry for you, need to repent. You can be worthless, or you can be a worthless stone today, all in a specific place. But God can make you a worthy cornerstone tomorrow or somewhere else. In history, a cornerstone was the first stone placed in a corner of any structure for a strong foundation. It had to be strong and large, and all other stones were placed above this stone, because that stone, the cornerstone, was regarded to be very strong, that it could support other stones for a proper building and for a good building that will last. Many stones would be rejected while selecting a cornerstone, but not all the rejected stones were worthless. Some would be used elsewhere. So not all the rejected stones were worthless. Some would be applied elsewhere. Now, for example, a cornerstone for a cathedral may not work somewhere else or in a small building. But there are some which might have been rejected while constructing this cathedral, but they might have been used on a certain building somewhere else. They were worthy somewhere else. In the first reading, Joseph was rejected by his brothers, who saw him as unworthy to become the heir of Israel. They saw a dreamer in him. They sold him off to the Midianite traders, as you have heard in the first reading. But while he was in Egypt as a prisoner, Pharaoh saw a good man in him, and he appointed him a governor of the whole of Egypt. He was a rejected stone by his family. But if you read the whole story about Joseph, it is remarkable that he's the one who saved his family from famine. When they came to Egypt to look for wheat, it is Joseph who saved his very family for a period of 5 years. So he was a rejected stone, but somewhere else he became a cornerstone, and he later saved the people who rejected him. Jesus himself, as you have heard in the gospel, he was rejected by the tenants. They refused to produce the fruits. They thought he was going to be the heir, yet it was the fact. And they killed all the servants he was sending to collect the fruit. But later, they killed Jesus himself. But after 3 days, he rose from the dead and is now the cornerstone of the church up to today. You can also be rejected, but never mind. You can be rejected here in a given area, all at a given time, but you can become a cornerstone somewhere else. Some of us have a tendency of sticking in one place. I have to go through here. Who has told you that you are worthy here? Try somewhere else. Try to take your application somewhere else. You never know. You might have been rejected here, but somewhere else you can become a cornerstone. Some of us might have left our villages when we are rejected by everyone in the village. But when we came to town, most of us are cornerstones. And most of the people are calling you for help. And it might have helped some people to come and get employed where you are working now. But those people might have rejected you, might have thrown you somewhere else, might have spoke ill about you. Jesus is telling us, even if you have been rejected, Do not stop doing good towards those who have rejected you. Remember the wonders of the Lord he has done, as you have heard in the responsorial psalm. The Lord can do wonders. If you have been rejected and you are still being rejected, don't lose hope. You can be a worthy stone, a worthy cornerstone somewhere else, all at a given time. You might be rejected, but that doesn't deter God's ability to set you in a place and at a given time as a firm foundation. The Lord be with you.